welcome back to my subscribers, and welcome if this is the first time you're joining me. My name is Odessa. I'm the Mystic Intuitive Healer. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master, spiritual coach, and an intuitive tarot card reader. And through the work I'm doing here on YouTube, as well as Instagram, TikTok, and my own website, odessamall.com, I deliver messages to you that will help you to awaken, heal, align, and grow. So I have a juicy reading for you guys today. I'm going to be looking at why your haters are envious of you. I love these readings. They are so fun. So I have 3 piles for you guys to select from. Pile number 1 is partnered with selenite. Selenite is a very positive stone. It magnetizes positivity to it, but it's also a wonderful crystal for clearing low vibrational energy from your home or your own energetic system. Pile number 2 is partnered with yellow jasper. This is a crystal that partners with the solar plexus chakra. It can help you to have more energy so you can charge towards your goals. It can also be a highly protective stone, very beneficial when you're doing divination work. And then pile number 3 is partnered with black kyanite. This is one of my favorite crystals for protection. It helps with grounding, and it can also be of great benefit if you're trying to cut energetic low vibrational cords, because, oftentimes when the past isn't benefiting you, you want the past to stay in the past. So this can really, really help. So I am going to give you guys a second to select your pile. You'll see a close-up of the crystals and the cards in just a second, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, pile number 1, welcome back. So you picked the selenite. Let me just set that aside. So these cards are gonna tell me why your haters are envious of you. Let's see what you have. You have home. Interesting. New supportive connections. Family. Ace of Wands. The 8 of Swords, and protection. Okay, so your haters are envious of the fact that you have a beautiful family, you have beautiful friends and supportive connections. This could be extended family, this could be co-workers, this could be people that you're collaborating with, in some creative capacity. This could be your neighbors. Generally, people really, really like you. I think that you're most likely in a really positive relationship. That could be a romantic relationship. It could be like a really solid partnership. Like you might run a business with somebody. Like there is definitely a lot of envy surrounding your connections with other people. And I think generally people just really, really, really like you. You totally know who you are. You're completely at home with who you are. You most likely have a beautiful home. They're very envious of your possessions is the energy I'm getting from this home card. Like you have a beautiful home, you have like a nice car, you have like beautiful furnishings or gorgeous clothes. I get the energy that you're able to go on vacations and do really fun things. I also get the energy that you are able to take time off. So they might be envious of the fact that you have work-life balance. That's the energy I'm getting from this as well, that you are able to have this beautiful home and have all of this luxury and abundance, but you're also able to take time off and completely disconnect from the stresses of life to spend time with your friends and your family and possibly build new connections, right? Because you got this Ace of Wands. So that's talking about new beginnings and having like an inspired idea, having fire and passion to move forward. And this could be talking about you having a brand new business that you're starting and instantly it's a success and like all of the, doors are opening up to you. Everything is lining up for this to be a brilliant success in your life, and you are totally protected. This protection card is showing that you have the power of this tiger. You're like able to see in the darkness. Like for me, the energy of a tiger is really talking about being in tune with your intuition, because the shadows can often be talking about secrets or things that have yet to be revealed to us. But tigers can see in the dark. They literally hunt through the darkness of the jungle, and they're able to camouflage themselves as well, right? Like they're this huge cat, and they are easily able to sneak up on their prey. So you're able to see opportunities before other people are able to, and you're able to pounce on them before anyone is even aware of what's going on. And you are just so gentle about it too. I think that's also what they hate. They're like so envious of the fact that like you have this like strong drive. You are a natural born leader, but you do it in such an easygoing way, you know, like you're not having to force your way to the top. You're not having to be cutthroat. That's the energy I get. Like you're not fighting anyone to get, you know, what's owed to you. You know your worth, and when opportunities are presented to you that aren't in alignment with what you know you are worth, what your value is, you just very gently and very gracefully, eloquently, kindly turn that opportunity away. And you know, it doesn't mean that it was a bad offer or the person that offered it to you is a bad person. You just know that you're maybe at a different level or you're at a different place in your life, so you just gently turn it away, and that manifests for you opportunities that are more in alignment to you, because you're a spiritual person. Like it's clear that is the case. Like you might not be like actively manifesting on a conscious level every single day, but you are definitely aware that there is more to life than meets the eye, and that you do have an element of control over things, and it makes more sense for you to lean into the things that you love, because then you are actively manifesting more things that you love, right? Energy flows to where your attention goes. If your focus is on the, you know, things that you love, like the extracurriculars that you love, and the beautiful possessions and home that you have, and the loving connections that you have with your family and with your friends and with your love partner, then you're going to be given more opportunities, new opportunities to have more of that. And it's just so effortless. Like you're so protected. I do get the energy that your haters have tried to be a roadblock to you. Like they have tried to either say things to people that would make them change their opinion about you, basically badmouth you, or have tried to get to an opportunity ahead of you, but that's never going to be the case because they're not in alignment with their intuition. The Eight of Swords is talking about being in a prison of their own making. And I think maybe at a time, I mean, there must have been a time when the two of you were sort of energetically at the same level, and you might have been thinking the same way as them. But you transformed, right? You transformed, just like the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, which is what is depicted here, and emerges the butterfly. A being that is able to rise above and see things from a higher perspective and show all their beautiful colors, and are not limited by just what they immediately see around them, right? Because they are able to fly up, right? And you have that, and you're really actively doing things with your creative ideas. Like there is something creative that you're doing, because this is a monarch butterfly. They are orange and black. So you're grounding your creative ideas into the physical, because black is connected to the root chakra, as well as red is connected to the root chakra and grounding. And this is orange and red. So this new idea is your creative idea, you're grounding it into the physical, and it's like my God's just said to me, and it's literally making people feel sick watching you succeed. Oh my God. Okay, so let me get some more cards. Why are pile number one's haters so envious of them? Why are, pile number, oh geez. Okay, that's enough. So, first card that came out, Eight of Swords again. So, absolutely, they're in a prison of their own making. Their envy towards you truly is the fact that they believe that they could never achieve what you've achieved. And as a result of that, because at some point you were at the same level, they're trying to make themselves feel better by telling you and other people, is the energy I'm getting. They're telling other people that you don't deserve it either. But truly, all that's going to do is make them feel miserable, because they are going to be stuck in this energy of feeling like nothing is ever going to work out for them. Total lack mindset. This is the Five of Cups, where they actually have opportunities available to them, and they're only focused on the fact that you have some success. I don't even think that you have the success that they would want for themselves. It's totally different. Just the fact that you are succeeding at all in life. Now, maybe they do want to have a happy family. Maybe they do want to have a beautiful home like yours. Maybe they do want to have the supportive connections that you have, but they literally put no effort into it at all. Like, how could you have supportive connections when all you're doing is throwing shade at other people, and you are hating on people that are literally beautiful people that are just radiating light? Like, you're successful. Absolutely. You're, moving towards what fills you up. But that doesn't mean it's fake. And I think that they feel like you being happy all the time somehow is like fake, and that behind closed doors you're secretly judging people. And there might have been a time in your life way earlier on, possibly when you were hanging out with this person more often, where you were a little more pessimistic. You might have said negative things about other people, but people change. You rose above it. Your eyes were opened. You changed. They are being asked to do the same thing. Their intuition is talking to them, but yet again, they've got the Four of Cups, so they're not listening to that intuition at all. And I think that you put up boundaries with this person and you stood your ground. Like, I do think that there was a point where eventually you realized that you just weren't in alignment anymore. You decided, no, this isn't working for me anymore, and you started to stand your ground. You might have finally stood up to this person, because I do kind of get the energy that they're a bit of a bully. And I think that you wanted peace in your life, and you wanted to be able to charge forward with these ideas without someone constantly criticizing you and like sort of pouring water on your fire, like taking away your steam. So you stood your ground and you said to them, like, look, I want you to be supportive of me. And if you're not, then, that I have an issue with that. Now, some of you actively said that. Some of you just sort of said that with your body language and the fact that you were less available, and when they would get really like narcissistic or negative, you would try and see the positive, which also drove them insane. Like the fact that you're trying to critique them, or that's how they would, this is from their perspective, right? They saw it as a critique. You were trying to just be helpful and pass on some of the skills that you had learned. That if you start to look at the glass as half full and you start to focus on the positive, more positivity starts magnetizing to you, because that's the law of attraction. You were like, I want to be, excited about my life. Just like this, what is this? The Knight of Emotions. You want to be excited about your life. You want to feel positive about things, and you want to be able to charge forward. And they weren't ready to do that. So you decided to rest and recuperate. You decided to meditate on what you wanted. You withdrew your energy to a certain degree from this person so that you could have your new abundant opportunity, the Ace of Materials. And that's where everything started to, snowball forward. And it was like, before they knew it, you were like spinning so many plates in the air. You had your hands in so many different areas, right? You were taking this class, and you were going back to school, and you were starting this new job, and you were dating this new person, and you were hanging out with these new people, and you were doing this new hobby, and you were thinking about this new project that you wanted to start, and maybe this little side hustle, and it was just so much going on, and you didn't have time to hang out with this person anymore. And you and I both know you didn't want to hang out with them anymore because they're negative all the time. And you just rose up like the emperor. And now you are in the top of your game. Things are going so beautifully for you. And I get the energy that this is a person from your past. That you might not have talked to this person in years. And they're seeing what you're doing through social media and still bitter about it. It's been 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years maybe since you guys had some connection, and they are super bitter about it and can't seem to move forward. And I don't think that you're even necessarily aware of any of this going on. I definitely get the energy that this is one specific person, but for each of you, it will be a different person. For some of you, it's an ex-spouse. For some of you, it's an ex-best friend. For some of you, it could even be a family member that you had to cut off because they were toxic. And maybe they're still in your orbit, right? They still know you. They still hear about you through family members, but you used to be really tight, and now you just don't really talk to them. You might see them at the occasional family get together, but that's about it. All right, so I'm gonna get a couple final cards. I'm being asked to get one card from here, one card from here, just to close out the reading. So what is the primary energy of pile number one's hater? What makes them envious of pile number one? Yeah. To just really encapsulate everything. You got the organization card. This is card number 10. There's a hand here reaping a harvest, calling in the cattle. You are now gathering in all of your blessings. There is Hermes here on the top of the card. You listen to your intuition. You're gathering your blessings. Everything is now coming to harvest, and you are golden. I think that financially you're in a great place. You have your community around you. All of this livestock could be a reference to a large community, right? Like a herd. You're all running together, and you've all come together with the same goals. You have the same morals. You have the same ambitions. It's beautiful. So what is some final advice? What would you like pile number one to know in this situation? Okay, final cards are the element of air. Work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. I think you have. I think you've seen the truth. And if some of you are in a position where this is resonating with you, but you haven't quite been able to distance yourself from this person because you were sort of questioning whether you were really, feeling the room, accurately, right? Have you interpreted this person's intentions and their behavior accurately? Are they really jealous of you or not? You're absolutely true. And it's really a matter of you continuing to just speak your truth, right? Like I was saying, getting to a point where you can stand your ground and really have firm boundaries and really be able to say, no, this is what I think and this is how it's going to be. This works for me. And I know that you're going to do it in a beautiful, kind, generous way. And that'll still drive this person crazy. But at least karmically, it'll be a benefit to you, right? It's always better if you just let people, be in the energy that they feel most comfortable in and not sort of meet them on their level, because ultimately if you lower your vibration, that's just going to make more negative, events take place for you, right? Because We are a vibrational match for the things that happen in our life. So if you go toe to toe with them, ultimately, in the long run, it'll just bring more hassles for you. It might not be with that person, but you might end up getting like, you know, more parking tickets and like, you know, all of a sudden there's a problem with your credit card when you desperately need it. You know, like just little things like that, that you don't need that headache. Then you've got the elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. Yeah, you've got balance. You don't even need to worry about this anymore. And like I said, I don't even think you are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This one was really, really fun. If any of you are interested in having a one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my booking information and my services are available there. I do tarot card readings, spiritual coaching. I can do channeling sessions, connecting with the Akashic Records to look back at your past lives, or connect with your guides and your ancestors, even the Ascended Masters. And I also do energetic healing, Reiki, and crystal healing. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You could like and share this video as well. That would be a huge help to me. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 2, welcome back. So you picked the yellow jasper, and these cards are going to tell me why your haters are envious of you. So let's see what you have. Your first card is compassion. So you're a very compassionate person and they have issue with that. You are optimistic. Oh my God, there's abundant opportunities that are opened up to you. You are excited about a new day. The sun is rising. Great things are happening for you. Opportunities are all around. You got joyous fun. Oh my God. So you're a really fun person and people really like being around you. You know how to enjoy yourself on a day-to-day basis. I think that you are a glass half full kind of person and you're totally in tune with your inner child, and apparently your haters absolutely hate that. They're really envious of that. They wish that they could be as joyous and in tune with, you know, their inner child as you. Then you also have the star. Wow. So there, you have had some success. There is some wish fulfillment that has come through for you. You might have actually risen to a place of prominence where you are experiencing some fame. But this could also be you finally having, you know, your dream job, or receiving, you know, that promotion that you had dreamed about, or meeting the one, or having a child, or buying the perfect property for yourself, having that beautiful vacation that you had always wanted, aligning with the perfect group of people for you. That is really, really standing out, that you are one of a group of very prosperous people, and your haters are super envious of that. You also got the sun. Oh my God, yes. You are a star. You radiate positivity. Like, the sun is connected with Leo, and like Leo is the astrological sign that is so closely connected with leadership and being comfortable in the spotlight. So, and there's 4 beautiful doves here, white doves. You are able to like rise above anything that, you know, comes into your orbit that's negative. Like, if there, I do get the energy that people have stabbed you in the back. You got the Justice card. So there has definitely been an energy of people mistreating you. This could be people that were lying or deceiving you, like your haters were lying and deceiving you. Or this could be in general that there's been some discrimination against you and you were mistreated, and people thought they're never going to make anything of their life. They're never going to be able to rise above the pain is the energy I'm getting. Like, they're just going to be crippled in their misery forever. And you used the, you know, pain and the trauma, right? Like these are the energy of the things that are coming into my mind are like painful things where people are discriminating against you based on your, you know, your heritage, your skin tone, the texture of your hair, your sexual orientation, your gender identity, you know, your religious beliefs, like anything that they can use against you, they have. And it really hurt you, and you used that as an opportunity to rise above. This could be you literally using your story to create fame for yourself and success, you know, like writing a book about your experience, having possibly a social media platform, being, you know, on television, being in a movie, having a documentary made about you. And even if that's not the case, you rose above whatever it was. You created that justice for yourself. You didn't wait for somebody to come in and apologize to you, or, you know, society to miraculously shift and change if it was something that's more systemic. You changed your life for yourself. You decided, I'm only going to move towards the people that make me feel good. You started moving towards your ideal life. This idealism card has the energy of forward movement. There's angels and water. You started to listen to your intuition, and you started to allow it to guide you towards a better life. And you were aware and accepting of the fact that not everyone's going to be able to come with you, right? So you might have lost some people along the journey, but ultimately you knew that that was because they were actually not to your benefit. I mean, like, not that they're bad people. I'm not saying that at all. It's just that they had their own journey to go on, and maybe they still needed some growing to do, right? Like some of these haters. You allowed yourself to accept the fact that you can't control the behavior of other people, and you can't necessarily change everything about what's going on in your exterior world, right? Including like the way that society functions. But you can change how you interact with the world. And if you change the way that you interact with the world and the people that you choose to have in your life, ultimately that does change your life. And honestly, that is the right way to go about things. Like, change your own life, and it will have a dramatic effect as it grows, person by person. You know, like, you started to have compassion for yourself and compassion for the world, and it really started to shift and change your reality. And I think that this kind of took you off guard. I think, honestly, it was like you were in the darkness, and then all of a sudden you just started to, like, glow. And like, even for you, it was like, where is all this light coming from? And then you finally realized it's coming from you. You illuminated the darkness, and you were like, whoa, oh my God, like, I see things so clearly now. And all of a sudden, you know, this giant hedge opened up, and there was a portal through to a whole other life for you, right? Like, you were just able to see the opportunities, and like, you started to get excited about tomorrow, where I think that in the past maybe you weren't. And your haters are so envious of you being able to do this, because they don't understand how to do that for themselves. They're like trapped in their own jealousy and hatred is the energy I'm getting. Like, they really truly believe that, like, a lot of these people truly have some hatred. And so some of your haters might not be people that you actually know. Like, this feels to me like it for some of you, it is haters that literally hate you and are envious of you for everything that you're being given based on like a group that you're part of, right? Where it's like literally systemic, like, racism and bigotry, and like, they feel like if a group that they're not part of starts getting treated fairly, that somehow that's going to take something away from them. And they're like so envious of that. They're envious of the attention that you're getting. Like, that is so twisted and so faulty in their thinking, like that literally is only going to bring more misery towards them. But that is truly their cross to bear, really. Like that is something that they're going to have to deal with. So let's find out some more about why your haters are envious of you. Yeah, my guides are saying rise like the sun. Like they literally cannot keep you from rising to your full glory. It's like the power of the sun. All the planets rotate around the sun. You cannot shift course of the sun. You know, you are the greater power is what I'm getting here. Oh my God, and the strength card just came out, which is connected to Leo. You have strength. You're illuminated. You're a powerhouse. And it's all based on the fact that you started to make different decisions in your life as if these cards. Oh my God. So I have goosebumps. Like they're literally rising up my arms, up my neck, up to my head. You got the 7 of Cups. You started to see things in a different way. You started to see that some of the offers that were being given to you were just not in alignment with you. And they, you know, you hadn't necessarily seen that before, right? In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, you've got all these cups and some of them have like a snake in them or a tornado or like there's negative things, right? But, you know, the energy of that card can be twofold. Sometimes all you can see is the cup and you're not seeing what's inside. It all depends on your perspective. If you are below the cups at a lower vibration, you are only going to see the cups. You're never going to see what's inside. You have to get to a higher vibration to be above those cups so you can see what's inside them and make the right moves. You are of that higher vibration and they are still at the lower vibration. And that is why they cannot understand how you're doing this. You started to embody the king of emotions. You started to have not only compassion and love for others, but for yourself, right? And this card also is showing those vibrations. You're rising, rising, rising. You started to see things from a different perspective. The Hanged One. You started to see that the pain in your life might have actually been a blessing in disguise because it actually taught you how to rise above. It taught you how to be strong in the face of adversity, right? Because it's ultimately, if you're going to rise up to a higher level of notoriety, right? If you're going to be in the public eye and people are going to know who you are, you have to have a thick skin. Because people will come for you. It doesn't mean that they're right. And it doesn't mean that it's justified, right? But they are going to come at you because you are making your success is creating feelings inside them of envy and jealousy that makes them feel uncomfortable. It forces them to sort of start looking at their darkness, and that's the last thing that they want to do. So they turn away from their own journey to start throwing shade at you so that they can level the playing field. But they don't recognize that they're really truly only creating pain for themselves because, like I said, you're at a high vibration. You look at them with compassion, you know? You look at them and you see the pain and you just turn away from that, right? Like, and it actually probably drives them even more crazy because they want you to react the way that they would. They want you to react with anger. They want you to react with hostility so they can, you know, point the finger at you. So then it becomes this dialogue where who knows who's in the right and who's in the wrong. If they're the only one throwing hatred, it's very obvious who's in the wrong. So you're playing your cards right, that's for sure. You got the 3 of emotions. This card is talking about partnership, right? It's talking about collaboration. But this particular card is also the embodiment of the triple moon goddess, the maiden mother crone, leaning into that divine feminine, the empathetic energy, the compassionate, intuitive energy that you embody. At at every stage of your life. Being able to be in tune with your inner child, the maiden energy, be excited about what's ahead, and be in tune with your own divine feminine and sensual loving energy. Also being in tune with your compassionate mothering energy, you know, and really mothering yourself, not looking to others. And then embodying your crone energy, your wisdom, your energy that, you know, makes you the elder. You know, you lead by example, and they hate it. They're like so envious of the fact that you can do that. And it's bringing you so much abundance. You have the king of materials here. You have, you know, all these opportunities. You are crossing this bridge towards a brand new day. I mean, it's over and over and over and over again. There is the energy of a bridge here. There is the energy of a bridge here. That is literally a bridge. A portal here. Then even on the Justice card, this rainbow is like the rainbow bridge, taking you from one reality to another. Even this here, these different columns of light, it's like a bridge to your higher consciousness. Like, you will never be able to go back to the energy you were in prior, where these people are going to be able to affect you maybe the way they were in the past, which is going to drive them crazy. But ultimately, I think that could inspire them down the road. I mean, that's not your burden to carry. You don't have to worry about that. But ultimately, you will have a trickle down effect, right? They will eventually get to the point where they have to start admitting that there is something flawed in how they're approaching their own life, because you're getting happier and more abundant and more successful, and they are getting more embittered and carrying more burdens. So oh wow, oh my God. So you just got the resourcefulness card, and there is a crow on this card. Then you got the loss card, also a crow on this card. What's on this one? Okay, so then you got the indecision card. So this is the energy of your haters. They see you being resourceful, and they literally have no idea how to do what you're doing. They don't know how to turn the wheel of fortune forward. There is this spiral here. And the crow is connected to magic, but also the shadow energy, trickster energy. They're leaning too much into their ego and their fury, and they're not thinking about how they can walk themselves out of the darkness, make a different decision. They're at a place of indecision now, and really start leaning into the light, leaning into their angelic nature, so they can start building their foundation. There's like this glorious home on this stately property here, and eventually, you know, they're going to have to, you know, come up with a different plan, because they're literally like picking the last morsels off of this, you know, animal carcass. There's nothing left for them where they are, is basically what I am saying. So I'm gonna get just a couple final cards for you guys to close out the reading. What advice do you have for pile number 2? What should they do about these haters and their envy? Okay, so first card you got is Abracadabra with wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances with the pyramid here and the angel wings. Just keep looking at things from a higher perspective. Keep yourself grounded. Always know who you are. Know that if you continue to look to your intuition, and you continue to look through, you know, the energy of love and compassion, ultimately things are going to continue to work in your favor. It'll continue to generate more good fortune and lucky chances for you. You got time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Like, if you guys haven't already achieved your success, like the success that you've been trying to cultivate, I mean, you're right at the precipice of this happening. Like, this card is sort of indicating that for some of you, you are still in the process of creating your major success. I definitely feel like you're already having success, but it looks to me like you're gonna have like a major windfall, a major breakthrough. And honestly, that's going to be the karma that these people need, right? Sometimes karmic justice is dealt through the action of them having to watch someone else reap all of the rewards that they had tried to gain for themselves, that they had also tried to take from you. You know, if you constantly try and take from other people, you're creating the energy of lack, and ultimately the universe will start stripping things away from you, because that's the kind of reality you are projecting to the world. That's the kind of reality these people are saying they want to live in. I want to live in a world where things are taken away from people unjustly. Okay, there you go. You can have nothing then. That's the energy that's going to meet them. And you are living in a world where you are thinking that everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to live their life authentically and be prosperous. And then what is going to happen? You are being given prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. Congratulations, pile number 2. Oh my God. Like, you guys are incredible. You are definitely very spiritually gifted people. Like, you're enlightened, without a doubt. Like, this is very high vibrational. I really, really, really want to meet all of you. This is incredible. My subscribers, the people that are guided to my readings, you are some of the most beautiful people that I have ever encountered in my entire life. I am so grateful to be able to do these readings. I am so touched and so, so happy that I am getting to connect with you, even if it's just through these picket cards. I hope that the reading resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed it. If any of you are interested in having a one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my booking information and my services are available there. I do tarot card readings. I do spiritual coaching, Akashic Records readings. I do channeling. I can connect with your guides, the Ascended Masters, your ancestors. And I also do crystal healing and Reiki. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I definitely want to see you guys in the next reading. And if you could like and share this, that would be a huge help to me. Once again, I hope that you enjoyed the reading, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 3, welcome back. So you picked the Black Kyanite, and these cards are gonna let me know why your haters are envious of you. So let's see what you've got. So you have forgiveness. Okay, so you're a very forgiving person, and your haters are envious of that quality within you. Obviously, you radiate a lot of light and love. You're also a very intuitive person. You did get the intuition and manifestation card, and this figure here is standing in this body of water with this waterfall, which is also connected to intuitive information. You're very empathetic. You are likely able to create opportunities for yourself, or it's seemingly that way to others, that you're able to turn things around for yourself really easily. Partially, it is through your actions, and partially it's guided by spirit, that you have strong intuition and manifestation abilities, but that's likely for a purpose. There is definitely an energy coming through here where I'm feeling like you are spiritually gifted for a greater purpose. But let's see what else you've got here. You have hidden motivations. So you are likely able to see through people's actions. You are likely able to basically see the bad actors for who they are. And I get the energy that people aren't able to just flatter you and like appeal to your ego to get what they want. And people are very bothered by that. And I think as a result, you're also able to use your intuition and your psychic abilities to sort of guide yourself towards the right people, right? So when you go in on an idea or an opportunity, it definitely works out for you, and you find so much joy through the opening in this curtain. There are 3 little girls dancing in a circle, and there is a stag And the stag is a symbol of strength and being in tune with the divine masculine. There's a pool of water. So I've already talked about how you're empathic and intuitive. There's also a fortress, like there's literally a castle on the top of a cliff. So you have great protections and boundaries from these people. And you have found your circle. You know, the three little girls could also be a symbol of the maiden mother crone, the triple moon goddess. And this has been coming forward a lot lately. People getting in tune with their power at every stage of their life. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were empowered when you were a child and an adult as well as a senior. I mean, it's talking about you being able to be in tune with your innocence, but also be empowered, you know? Be in tune with your nurturing side, your parenting side, and not be taken advantage of. And then also be able to be a wise elder, right? You are on the ball when it comes to that kind of stuff. You also got the daughter of wands. So, and this snake is coiled around a wand. The wands are a symbol of taking action. Now, a wand, to me, makes me think of magical practices and manifestation. You're a master of manifestation. And this snake is coiled around it in a figure 8, which to me is connected with balance. It's also connected to reincarnation. It's like talking about cycles. When I say balance, I'm like talking about being able to close out cycles in a way where it's a neat package. Like that phase of your life is complete. You've found balance. And you're ready to grow and move into something new, right? You're not intimidated by the shifts and changes in your life. You see it as an opportunity. You got the Tower. I think that you've risen up from great hardship. It could also be talking about you having an epiphany. This might be a situation where you had been sort of the underdog is what they want me to say, and people had been taking advantage of you, maybe like stepping over you. This could have been in love, relationships, friendships, or it could be in the workplace where you are putting in all of this effort and people are getting all the promotions, or they are, you know, being treated better by their group of friends or family or their spouses. And all of a sudden something comes through to you and you have that $1 million idea and you branch out on your own, or you take it to another company and you get an even better job, or finally you're recognized, or you finally realize that this person that you've been dating isn't treating you well, and then all of a sudden you go out on your own and you meet the perfect person, or you meet the perfect friend group. It's like a massive shock and transformation. And I think that you started to snowball your success to the point where now you're actually inspiring others. You got the inspiration card. And I think that you're inspired by life. I think that you don't feel the need to get validation from other people anymore. Like you're full on spirit. You're full on your connection with your spirituality, or, you know, who you know yourself to be. Because I say spirituality because there's the moon here and there's so much energy here with magic and intuition and manifestation. My mind just always goes to that place. And I feel like you are finding joy. Like you're going back to the things that you loved earlier on in life. And you're finding that you're even better at these things than you were before. You know, like this might be like a situation where, you know, you used to sing and then life took over and you were in bad relationships, or you were in jobs where you were just grinding it out every day. You were like, had a spouse that wanted you to literally take care of anything. And you basically didn't have any time to do anything other than take care of these other people and their needs. And finally you broke free of it. It was like the veil was lifted and you're like, whoa, oh my God, what am I doing here? It's like you woke up from a dream and then you immediately ended that cycle and moved on, right? With this wand, the daughter of wands. And now you're finding the time to go back and do those things, and it's like your voice is even more beautiful than it was before, or you're even more skilled at the guitar, or you have all of these ideas for paintings or clothing you want to make, or you're excited to go and travel to all of these places, and now you finally feel the courage to go and travel by yourself. You don't even care. You don't need another person to like make your life what you want it to be. Now it's like all about you. You're just completely empowered, and they are so envious of this because they have no idea how you're doing it. They couldn't imagine that for themselves at all. And I think that a lot of them are sort of angry. Like, I think this is really even verging into them being angry because they don't like that they don't have any control or power over you anymore, and they're never going to again. Ever. You're awakened. Like, that ship has sailed. So let's find out, why are pile number 3's haters envious of pile number 3? Why are pile number 3's haters envious of pile number 3? Okay. So, yes. Page of Voices, you put on your glasses, you are seeing things absolutely clearly now, and you voiced what you thought. You told them. I mean, you may have told them with your words, but you might have told them with your actions. This might have been a situation where you were like, I'm just done. You know, like, I'm not even having this conversation with them. I don't even need to tell them because they've been so awful to me. All it's going to do is end up as a fight. I'm just out. I'm just done. I'm done. The 8 of Emotions. You walked away. You started to move towards the things that were filling you up because you wanted to find balance. You got the 2 of Pentacles. You wanted to have work-life balance. You wanted to have time for yourself. You wanted to be able to have time for friends. And you wanted to be able to start focusing on your ideas because you're intuitive. So there's something that's been channeled through to you that I think is going to build some success for you. You're awakened. You got the Awakening card. And I think you have much deeper spirituality, much deeper connection with your spirituality than you did before. And you have so much more patience for just the general frustrations of life, because I think that you recognize that as long as you keep moving forward with what is in your heart, ultimately it's going to lead to success because you got out of this bad situation by listening to that intuitive voice, and now you have more balance. You might not have reached the pinnacle of your success yet, but you know it's coming. You got Temperance. That's talking about being balanced in both the physical and in the emotional and spiritual aspects of life. You had been struggling with that before, and now you have it. You really like dedicated time to that, and you started to work towards becoming a master. You got the 7 of Materials. So you're building something new in your life. It could be, like I was saying before, you went back to interests that you had before. This could be a new financial endeavor, new relationships. This could be any area of your physical life where you wanted to execute change, and you're doing it. Like, it's not just ideas, you're doing it. And you have become a master in the art of empathy and your intuitive nature. You got the Queen of Cups, but you also got the Queen of Swords, Queen of Voices in this particular deck. And so you are now able to see everything as clear as day, and you have no like reservations about really setting up boundaries and being clear about what you want. And if somebody can't match that effort, you are totally okay with that. You accept the fact that not everyone is going to be on your level, but you're not going to allow that to hold you back from being happy in your life. And these haters are so floored by this because they totally live out of their ego. They need people to not only, love them for everything that they do, but hate everything that they hate. That's the other energy I get. Like, this feels like these haters feel a little narcissistic to me. Like, they want everyone to either be fawning all over them or hating all the same things as them, because they really don't know who they are. Like, they really are lost, completely lost. There's like something empty. And like, that doesn't mean that it's going to be that way for them always. I'm not saying that they're bad people. I just feel like they're deeply in their shadow and they don't know how to get out. And when somebody is really that lost, there's literally nothing you can do. It's like right now they're in this black hole. Like, you have to walk away from that, because there's no light, and all that will happen is that your light would get dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. You tried, you did that, and you realize that no, that's not what you're meant to do. You did play a positive role though. This is going to have an influence on them. Ultimately, you probably won't be around to see the transformation take place, but I promise you, your role in their life did make a difference. So, woo! Yeah, you got the adaptability card. You are like multitasking like crazy. I think you have more energy than you ever had before. I think you're going through a glow up too. I feel like you are like doing all of the things that you're indulging in all the things that you thought were too much before, you know, like you thought if you spent too much time on yourself that somehow that was being selfish, and now you realize that it's more about self-care so that you can have the energy to dedicate to the people that really know how to love you back, and that there's no selfishness in that at all. If anything, it was the people that had selfish motivations that were trying to convince you that you were selfish, because that was their selfish act. That was them they were being self-serving. Telling you that you're being selfish so that you'll just cater on to them was their act of selfishness. I hope that makes sense. So what else are the haters of pile number 3 envious of? Yeah. It's like the same message that keeps coming out. They were lying to you. You got the bluff card. They're totally stuck in their ego. You are a charitable, beautiful person. You are rising above it. You always saw the light in them. You know, you're an empath. You're reading the energy, and ultimately, empaths are more connected with the angelic realm than the darker energies. You saw the potential of who this person could be, but finally you realized, no, I have to escape this. You ran away from that energy. You escaped it, and you were being guided towards your happiness, and now all of your achievements are coming towards you. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so let me get a couple final cards just to close out the reading. So what advice do you have for pile number 3? What should they be doing to maintain their position? Or how should they be dealing with their haters that are envious of them? What advice? Whoop. Okay. Let me just get this card. Okay, so you got self-confidence, strong self-belief with a sense of self-worth. Yes, you know who you are. You truly know who you are. You are standing in your power, and you're doing it from a place of love. I don't think that you look down at these people and think, wow, you're awful people. You know, you might deplore their actions, but I don't think that you have hate in your heart. Then you got perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Yeah, you're a machine. You will just keep going and keep going and keep going, because there's something inside you that just drives you forward. It's your strong connection with spirit. I do think you have a strong life purpose. You might want to check out one of my life purpose readings or something that's connected with spiritual gifts that might give you an indication of the direction you're meant to go in. I very rarely mention another reading that you might want to see, but I'm being guided to tell you that. So there's a couple. I actually have a playlist, so I'll put it above. I think it's that corner. It might be that corner, but it'll be above, and you can check that out. Then you got One Enchanted Evening, the perfect night. There is something coming for you, pile number 3, that's going to change everything. You know, this tower moment oftentimes comes more than once, right? The tower falls and it's devastation and you lose everything and it's all about an ego death. But the tower can also fall again when you start to rise up. You know, it's the fire that allows the phoenix to rise, right? I think something major is headed your way that's going to literally change your entire life. And like, it could potentially catapult you to such a level that these people will never be able to ignore the success that you had by being a beautiful person. And that will be their karmic justice. Like, they will learn something from it. It will be painful for them, but we do learn a lot from the pain. You know, I talk about that a lot. We've all experienced pain, and you know, the people that are enlightened often are able to look back, like yourself, are often able to look back and think, that was awful and I would never want to repeat it. But I do see where there were some benefits to the lessons that I learned, not the suffering. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. This was so fun. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, if you're interested in diving in deeper or possibly finding out about your life purpose or your spiritual gifts, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my booking information and services are available there. I do Reiki, crystal healing, tarot card readings. I look into the Akashic records for your past lives. I can do a channeling session where I connect with the ascended masters, your guides, your ancestors, various forms of tarot and divination. So all of the information is there. And if you did enjoy this reading, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you guys again. I love your energy. You could like and share this as well. And like I said, thank you so much for being here and watching this reading. It is such an honor working with you guys. Like, every reading, it's just such a blessing. Like, you guys are so, so, so amazing. So I hope that I see you guys in the next reading. Have a great day.